Hey, what's going on to all of my Leos out there? So please make sure to get the book at Amazon or BarnesandNoble.com. The links will be in the description box below as usual. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video, right? All that stuff is always appreciated. Shout outs to all the people who have been doing those things. Really, like I said, really appreciate. Let me move this down some. Yeah, really appreciate everything that y'all have been doing. And let's get into it. All right. So the cards that I come up with are the Queen of Coins, the Four of Wands, Ten of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune. Let me move this. The Five of Coins, which are Pentacles. All right, so I'll just read them, what their names are. The World, Tower, Page of Spears, Ace of Swords, Magician, Two of Swords, Nine of Coins, the Empress, the Hangman, and last but not least, you have the Two of Coins. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of 15 cards are Major Arcana. So, this is for Leos, right? This is for Leos. What I'm seeing here about the Leos is that you Leos are in a situation where some of you Leos may be very skeptical about someone who's trying to flirt with you because of your past misfortunes. Obviously, you don't want to continue to make the same mistakes over and over again, some of you Leos. So you're looking at people, giving them kind of the side-eye, questioning their integrity, which you should. Everything is open for questioning, right? That's how it is that you get the answers. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Coins represents this being a situation for you where what I suggest you do is ultimately find out what their style is. Ultimately find out what caliber they're really bringing to the table or coming to the table with. Because they might be spiritual vagrants in the sense that they are bankrupt spiritually and soulfully, right? They have no honor, no integrity. And the World represents that. Now you have the ability to see. Now you have the ability to actually get away from the potential mishaps that you would have suffered if you got into a relationship with these people. You actually now have the integrity as well as mental understanding of this, because I was looking at I was looking at Bonhoeffer's stupidity video, and Bonhoeffer basically was talking about, well, it was narrated, but the concept was basically talking about how people who essentially are stupid, it's not a matter of IQ points or how quote-unquote smart or how quote-unquote intelligent or how educated they are. It's actually a dysfunction of integrity and decency that a person has. So once a person is indecent, then that means that it is a choice that they have made on their own to be said indecent. So since this is the case, there is no point to be with this person, because this person is basically telling you, or because you have to see through it. What's going on here is, what's occurring is, this person is going to basically perform and act like they don't understand certain things to basically be manipulative, abusive, and downright hurt other people and do whatever it is that they want. This is the same concept of what it is that I talk about on my channel. Whenever it is that you see me getting kind of not angry, but like frustrated with how goofy people just act. It's the same concept that I talk about in my videos here. The problem, Leos, that people are having, my dear Leos, is they lack integrity. Because Bonhoeffer was talking about how you could be educated but stupid, just like you could be not so educated, right, and kind of slow, right, and not be stupid. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, it's that sense of it's that sense of choice where a person should be upright, right? And the Tower and the Page of Spears represents how you realize that not a lot of people actually have that level of integrity. And this is what essentially got you to kind of either break apart from them or just kind of let them know that you don't want anything serious with them. May even have gotten to a one-night stand with them and left them afterwards, because a lot of you Leos, you are able to see these individuals as being what they are, which are golems, homunculi. Homunculi, you have a term in like alchemy where, don't ask me how I know that. Mind your business. Now I'm just playing with you. But you have a term in alchemy called homunculi. This is a real term. You can look this up, where it's basically people who don't have souls. You know what I'm saying? And this is essentially what being stupid is. A person who has basically traded in their soul to go wherever the wind blows because of this nihilistic ideology of, I want to manipulate, abuse, and do whatever and be able to act like I wasn't taught this, I didn't know this, you know, I didn't learn these lessons so that I can get off from doing the crazy things and also have an excuse to be able to sleep at night. It's psychotic. So the thing is that the Ace of Swords and the Magician now, these things represent how, since this is the case, Ace of Swords is, you Leos have carved out a new chapter in your life. And one of the things that you have carved out is, you're not going to let people continue to do that around me. Just like how I don't let other people do that around me. It's dangerous for somebody to come around me playing stupid. I might punch them in their face. I'm serious. All of that, I don't understand what you're talking about. Whack! Do you understand now? Or do you want me to hit you harder? You know what I mean? So the thing is that with me, they, you know, after a certain amount of time of kind of proving how people are full of fish and kind of letting them know what it is, and I'm on to their lack of decency and their lack of consistency, a lot of the fake people started to get out of here and stuff like this. They started to excommunicate themselves from me as much as I started to excommunicate myself from them. And, you know, now people don't lie to me. And then you have the Magician, right? So the Magician represents how this is a situation where a lot of you, right? The Magician is about how a lot of you, again, you're able to see through, it's almost like but you're able to see through their BS. You're able to see through their nonsense. You're able to see what it is that they're working with. You're able to see that these people are not necessarily really so upright as much it is as they try to make it seem as if like they were. You're able to see a lot more people, even more so when it comes to even going out on dates. Just, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's planned, unplanned, you're just meeting the person, you're hanging out with them, you're able to see the indecency in people. And now a lot of you Leos are able to be like, this person is indecent because X, Y, Z. Because fake people tried to cover up their indecency. I'm just being real with you. Fake people tried to cover it up all the time. They tried to make it seem as if the things that's occurring right there in front of your face is really not what it is, because they have some sort of real deep master plan that they're planning, and ultimately everything is going to work out where you and them are going to get what they want. No, it never works out like that in reality, because these people are stupid. And in Bonhoeffer's discussion of stupidity, Bonhoeffer was actually talking about how this is essentially what is considered the greatest evil, right? And see, this is why it is, my dear Leos, pay attention now, because this is going to do you a good in the future. This is the reason why it is I don't deal with moralism. I don't deal with moralism because moralism will skew your perception of reality and will have you thinking from a very small scope of things to get you, right, have you thinking from a very small scope of things to get you to a point where your perception ends up getting skewed. It ends up becoming very small because you're paying attention to, well, I don't like the way that this person said this. I don't like the way that this person said that. Yeah, but you didn't listen to what the actual message of what the person was saying. You know, it's basically the same concept. This type of moralistic teaching, or this type of moralistic mindset, is like when certain people would be like, well, oh, I don't like the way that you talk. I don't like the way that you say this. And it's like, right, you may not necessarily like it, but if you've been paying attention, I've actually been saying something that'll help you out in the short and long term. So what are you complaining about? And then and then they try to go into this whole discussion of, well, it was just the way that you said it. And it's like, it sounds to me as if you want to sit here and debate, which I don't ever do, argue, because arguments are debates. But it's like, it sounds to me as if you want to debate and argue more about something that I'm actually giving to you to help you out than you're actually, then it's you know what I'm saying? Then it's actually about tone and stuff. Because most people don't even know about tones. When people say, watch your tone, you're saying tone in the sense of the volume of a voice. So when you say, watch your tone, you mean, am I supposed to say it like this? What about lower? 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 What about higher? What about higher? So you saying, you want me to watch the volume of how I say something, but you understand what I'm saying? So, and that's what it is, a lot of you Leos are understanding. This person was giving you red flags of being this, the Five of Coins, a person who is spiritually a beggar, soulfully a beggar, an individual who is not spiritually and soulfully rich. They have a spirit, because the spirit just represents the animus, the vibrations, the pulse of things. Everything has that. But a soul is precious. It's more precious than gold. A soul alchemically is gold. You understand what I'm saying? On a non-physical level. So the thing is that the Two of Swords and the Nine of Ghosts represents this being a situation for which gold is ruled by Leo. So funny I made that connection. I'm tapping into some real deal stuff this reading. But anyway, so the Two of Swords and the Nine of Coins represents this being a situation for a lot of you Leos where, again, when you now that you have the ability to see the BS that people are bringing to you, they don't really have too much ammunition. They don't have anything. They don't have... They can't hide the BS that they've got going on. So the Nine of Coins and the Empress is about how you're just looking at them, right? Nine of Coins, of how it is that they're squirming, they looking goofy, they looking stupid, doing what it is that they're doing, trying to cover their tracks and trying to make it seem as if them trying to exploit you is not exploitation. And see, those are the two biggest things, wink wink, hint hint, that you have to watch out for. It's exploitation and entitlement. So once you see that happening, you know the person is up to BS. And then things that the Empress, Hangman, and the Two of Coins represent, you've got so much stuff going on for yourselves where you really don't have too much time anymore to even be upset at these clowns. So it's just a matter of you Leos deciding to move forward, right? Deciding to move forward, not necessarily being in a relationship or being in one. Either way, you don't really care. You're able to wait. You're in a position to wait until the Two of Coins. You can actually meet someone that is at the very least seemingly decent. You know what I mean? You know, because it seems to me as if nowadays when people approach you Leos, people aren't even necessarily being even trying to be manipulative or trying to act like they're decent. It just seems as if they're just like now, and you Leos are like, that's disgusting. Especially as far as in this particular situation, let's build a rapport first before you do all. Right? It's not disgusting, but it's just putting the cart before the horse is what I mean, right? So let's clarify the Two of Coins. Olofi, Nanan Boklau, Dembala, Le Flambeau. Right. So you understand your own value. Starting to understand that you're not playing the game anymore. And that's good, because when you're not playing the game, because again, the game is mental illness. I keep saying this to my zodiac signs over here on my channel. The game is mental illness. Because if I really was to tear this thing apart, tear the matrix apart and show you that and really give you the evidence, anybody who's participating in the game is going to look psychotic. They're going to look like, what are you doing? You know? Non-blow cloud represents how you're developing some social skills. You're starting to know, if you haven't already, you're starting to know how to be able to communicate with people better and better, right? And that's a skill that a lot of people don't know what to do. They're very clumsy. And then you have Dembala La Flambeau, right? Represents the serpent, which means that, you know, people are going to try to play that game with you, but you're a fire-breathing dragon or a fire-breathing serpent. You already know what they on. And if someone doesn't approach you with this upright, decent mentality, you're not going to really freak with those people. Let's clarify the Hangman, because this is very important. This is one of the best videos that I ever made for Leo. You have the Simbi, Mambo, and Grand Boys to clarify the Hangman. So this is about how you're just letting your own understanding of the game really really reveal itself to you if people have games going on. And once they do, you already know how to deal with it soundedly. And the Grand Voice is letting things come together the way that they should be. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Peace.